Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Creative Kindergarten YouTube channel. My name is Amanda, and today I wanted to make a nice short little video showing you a new slide deck that I put together to review vowel sounds with my students. I have started off my school year really strongly pushing phonics skills in our classroom, and I will link the video up here somewhere or in the description for you about how I use my phonics slide deck to really reinforce letter sounds and letter knowledge with my students. And it has worked out really well for my students this year. They are just thriving with a really structured phonics instruction that starts off our day every day. But now that we're done learning all of the alphabet, I wanted to go back and really put a focus in on our vowel sounds for the long and short vowel sounds that students will come across when they're reading, because the vowel sounds all have similar like mouth shapes when you're saying the different sounds like ah, eh, like you're just slightly moving your mouth to make those different, at least short vowel sounds right there. And so it can be hard to distinguish each of those vowel sounds or to produce each of those vowel sounds when they're learning how to read and write. So I thought, now that I've gone through the whole alphabet with them, I'm going to do like a vowel boot camp with them to really reinforce those specific letters. And I put us together a slideshow to do that with my students. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the slideshow with you and kind of talk about each element of the slideshow and why I think they're important. And then I will also link the slideshow in the description for you if you want to check that out. And yeah, so I'm just gonna, flip you guys around so that you can see my computer screen and you'll be able to see the slideshow along with me. All right, as you can see here, we've got the first slide in our slide deck, and it has a few different options for you to choose from. I put at the beginning of the slide deck the 5 slides to review all of the vowel sounds, the long and the short vowel sounds. I would start every one of your, literacy meetings with your students with reviewing all of the letter sounds and then going in and then individually working on each letter sound after that. And so if you go to review the vowel sounds, it has a slide with each showing the vowel, but then also showing the short and the long sound of the vowel that you can review with your students. So A says a, or it says a because it's a vowel, and then you would go to the next one and you would do the same thing for E, I, O, and U. And that's just a really quick and easy way to review all of the vowel sounds with your students at the beginning of your meeting together. The next thing that you will see at the bottom of the slideshow is the A, E, I, O, and U, each of the vowel sounds. Whichever one that you click on, it'll bring you to the slides pertaining to that vowel sound. So again, reviewing, if our focus of the day is going to be on the vowel letter A, then we are going to start off by, reviewing the short and the long vowel sound, but then we're going to start reading some of the words that use those vowel sounds in them. I start with the short vowel sound just to make it easy for students to be able to read these words. And this is why it's really important to have a really sound phonics knowledge overall for your students so that they're able to start blending CVC words together. If you want to know more about how I start teaching my students how to blend sounds together, I made a short video showing you some really easy activities that you can do, and I will link that also in the description, and I'll put it up here somewhere so you can click on it as well. But now we're going to start working on, blending sounds using the vowel sound. So this one for cab, and then they can point to each sound individual, k, ab, cab, so that they're learning to blend those sounds together. And for each of the vowels, I put 10 CVC words that they can practice. And then once they're done learning or practicing the CVC words with the short vowel sounds, if that's enough for your students for that day, you can come back and you can take 2 days to go over the vowel sounds and review each day. But if your students are wanting to go on and maybe want to do some long vowel sounds together, most of them have CVC E words. Some of them have different kinds of words to get that long vowel sound in the word. So this one again, k, ache, cake. With my students, I've already talked to them about that magic E at the end that makes the vowel say its name, not its sound. So they know to use that long vowel sound when they see that E at the end. These are all things that you can pre-teach to your students as you're working through their phonics knowledge with them. but I put 5 CVCE words or other words that make that long vowel sound at the end. Then, so that would be it for the letter A. We would review the letter A. I might take a day or two to just really focus in on that letter A sound before moving into the vowel E, I, O, and U, because I think that it's really important to really take the time to explicitly teach those sounds to your students so that they can really learn how to differentiate them individually. Then after I review each of the vowel sounds and I'm explicitly teaching them, now it's time to use that knowledge when they are writing words. So I have a complete the CVC word activity that they can do as well. This won't work in present mode because it is interactive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out of present mode and I'm going to go to that slide. If you want to make your screen bigger, Control and then the negative, or like the dash or whatever it is, makes these slides really big so that you can get rid of all the extras around it. So now we have our first CVC word, at, cat. I would ask them which vowel goes there. They would say A, and I would move that A there, and then we would keep going for the different CVC words. So bed, ed. What sound do we hear in the middle of bed? Eh. What letter, what vowel says eh? And so they would say, oh, that's an E. And so we would move the E there. And then I would read with them again, b-ed, b-ed, bed. So every time that you are, segmenting the word, you are re-blending it back in together so that they hear the completed word all together at the end. That is just some really simple activities that you can do, really simple lessons that you can do with your students to really reinforce those vowel skills. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun teaching vowel sounds to my students. So there you have it, a really easy way to do some vowel review lessons with your students. Again, I will link that slideshow in the description for you so you can take a look at it. If you want to learn more about how I teach phonics skills, I will link that video as well, and some really easy literacy activities that you can do with your students to work on letter sound knowledge and blending words together for that starting literacy and reading skill for your students. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions or any ideas about how you work with vowel sounds with your students, make sure you leave me a comment, and of course subscribe to my channel so that you are updated every time I put a new video out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.